Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing. All right. The only reason why I'm doing this is one, there's a lot of incredible things going on right now that are just mind blowing. And also, because I'm in a situation where I should probably like chronicle some of this that I'm going through, so later I can have, like proof. So, and I'm only going live streaming because I hate making the video and then having to upload the video. So I can just make the video and upload it at the same time. It's fine by me. But I'll be back more to talk about Suicide Chat AI. Suicide Chat AI. It's kind of a big deal. It might take a while to actually develop, but the things that I need for a way, my goal is to, there's a lot of suicides every single day throughout the world, throughout the United States, throughout California, wherever you're at. And there's also a lot of homicides. And throughout the world, throughout the United States, throughout California, and other places. And then there's also these mass shootings. I call it mass murder. Mass murder. And so I'm trying to develop an artificial intelligence, like super chat computer. That's it's really hard to explain, but the artificial intelligence is now being made available to. You have to have it's hard to understand all the stuff that's going on. It takes forever to figure out. You then just have to get these apps on your phone, right? But then you have to study them, then you have to watch videos on them, and then you have to read about them, and you have to leave comments about them, all the different places. And but after a while, you can figure out that artificial intelligence is here, that artificial intelligence is being made readily available, that as of now, artificial intelligence is not governed, or what do they call it? What's that word? Regulated. It's not regulated. I don't even know if there's any bills in the pipeline to regulate it. But what I was trying to get at was like every single day. I think if I did my research right, I'm just gonna just generalize, but there's like more than 3,000 suicide attempts in the United States a day. And that comes down to something like 1 every 2 minutes or something. And then there's well over 100 homicides a day. And there's like 2 mass murders a day. Two a day on average. And so I kind of know what people are going through right before they really get serious about suicide or even homicide. There's been a couple times, especially when I was in prison. Like I never really wanted to kill anybody until I got to prison. But then after you get to prison and you're forced to share cells, cellmates with certain people, even just for like a day, you're just like, I can't be in the cell anymore with this person. And you literally start thinking of ways of how to kill them and get away with it. So I understand when people want to kill somebody. I totally get it. And the mass murder, I don't get. Now, that one I don't get. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Second Amendment of the United States of America has become like this gigantic tumor, like this horribly cancerous, just disgusting, magnificently huge tumor. And it's made the country sick, and you can see how sick the country is. And the Second Amendment is not being used the way they intend the Second Amendment. Look, a lot of you don't know anything, and you don't want to know anything, and I can point you everywhere. I can get a time machine, take you back into time, and be like, this is why we have the Second Amendment. because the British could come back at any time. The British are coming. Not only that, the states wanted protection from other states, and they wanted protection from the federal government. So they had militias. We have militias right now. We have them. It's called, I don't know, what would our militia be called in California? What? National Guard. Okay, National Guard is both state and federal. Can be called on by either. And it can be called on the state to protect itself from the federal. So we have a militia. We have armories with full of weapons. Full of them. Okay? And if you think you need a militia with all your weapons to take on the federal government or the state government, which is a lot of people try to say the Second Amendment is for. I mean, it could be part of it. Yeah, it's the Second Amendment is to help protect us from our own government. But if you think you're taking Border Patrol, my God, let me see here. We even have a Space Force right now. If you think you're going to use your little Second Amendment right to keep your weapons and to have access to them at all times, which is not part of the Second Amendment. No. Never said full access at all times to any weapon and every weapon. And remember, what is a weapon? A weapon nowadays is a nuclear weapon. It is. So we have the right to bear arms. We have the right to bear nuclear weapons. That's what the Second Amendment is saying. If you look at it, that's what it's saying. Okay, I know how it was written. Real short version. King, okay, at war. England, I'm going to make this so simple. I'm not even going to use names, nothing. The King of England, in many wars, needed more money. So he came in to America for like the first time really hardcore. He's like, you guys got to start paying some taxes. And everybody's like, we ain't paying. No, we're not doing it. But he's like, no, you are. And so what they did is soldiers would literally go door to door knocking, just like they do nowadays. Like they're doing it. We're not really in Afghanistan. We're not really in Iraq. Wherever we're at, we're still knocking on doors. And so soldiers, the king's, royal guard shows up and says, you need to pay. Or they come into your house. Literally come into your house. Like stay the night. Eat your food. Whatever they want. So part of the Second Amendment was make sure no one's coming into my house, taking my food, and forcing me to pay. Now, the Second Amendment, and it's could never, ever in his mind think that nuclear weapons would exist. And Kid Rock shooting Bud Light cans. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not what the Second Amendment is for. Okay. Kid Rock, I'm sorry, but there's something seriously wrong with you. And if I saw your video a couple times and you even missed like most of the cans. So not only do you have a fully automatic weapon and you're shooting 20, 30 yards at most away with Bud Lights propped up and you can only shoot the middle cans. So not only are you a waste of the Second Amendment, you can't use the Second Amendment. You can't shoot. Second Amendment is look at your suicide rate. Okay, so here's some NRA super facts. Want some NRA super facts? National Rifle Association super facts. Less than 1% of all weapons that are purchased legally are used for self-defense, and even that is disputed. Like what? How could less than 1%? Like how less than 1%? Right, well, less than 1%. Something like 48% is the guns are used for suicide, and something like 28% guns are used for homicide, and there's even a percentage now for mass murder. So when you look at the Second Amendment, and then you look at okay, so I used to be a Republican, hardcore Republican, total Republican, mindset of a Republican. Also didn't think Jesus existed, so but a very smart, well-educated, just Republican, no problem. Orange County too, total Republican area. At times Newport or Costa Mesa or Huntington, in some nice areas. And I remember thinking, even as a Republican, I remember thinking, I don't understand the Second Amendment. So I started doing a lot of research, and there's incredible amounts of research available about why the Second Amendment was initially It's so necessary. So it's the Second Amendment. All right, first you got your speech, you got your press, you got your religion. But the second one was we need weapons, and the weapons at that time, I believe it took like up to 60 seconds to reload a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, these weapons weren't very good. They had cannons, but those were very expensive. But they had like the most elementary weapons, firearms available, and those were like considered extraordinarily incredible weapons. I mean, they were, of course, they were, but their use sucked. And so, what is it, like 250 years later, or however long it's been? What now? You have Kid Rock. Where is it? I didn't know fully automatic. I thought semi-automatic weapons were allowed. I did not know fully automatic weapons were allowed. Like I thought you had to go to a range, or I thought you had to have a special permit, or I didn't. Wherever he's shooting his beer cans at, this place, I need to go and do a full boycott of Kid Rock right now. His home turf. But yeah, watching Kid Rock use a fully automatic weapon. Let me tell you this, right? Let me just take it into perspective. Like there's the Kid Rock mindset, and then there's people like Candace Owens who's like, well, that's a real man. Candace Owens, if you think that's a real man, then you have absolutely no standards. Absolutely none. Yeah, Candace Owens, if you think Kid Rock and his stunt was being a real man, nah, you don't know, Candace. You don't even begin to know. No, you don't. Either you're just a really good actress and you knew that was going to get you some views and some comments, and so maybe deeply inside you're like, Kid Rock's a complete idiot. But and remember, there was a picture with Kid Rock like 20 years before drinking a Bud Light with the Coors hat, with a transgender. She was cute, by the way, and or he, whatever, and she was drinking a Bud Light too. So like complete and total hypocrite. But Candace Owens saying that's a real man. That's a real man. That's what a real man does. Okay, so for some perspective, for like a different mindset, okay? And again, I'm just going to generalize. I'm going to keep this real simple. But there are parts of the country, there are parts of Africa, if you will, okay? There are parts of Africa right now that there is heavy, total and complete carnage. Like absolute war. Just like the things we need for our cell phones and for our computers and for our smart watches, we need those materials in those areas. And so a lot of these areas are heavily at war with each other, and we're at war trying to get all the resources out. Well, the point is that in areas like this where weapons are used for horrible purposes every single day, and the ages are like all the way down like 9-year-olds. Seriously, like 9-year-olds. Look it up. Go to National Geographic. It's true. 9-year-olds with weapons, no problem, kill them, absolutely. And but this is the perspective. This is the Kid Rock perspective. Okay, so in places like that, they don't see guns as something to be celebrated. They don't see guns as something that are even good. Matter of fact, they quite often they're what do they call them, death makers, whatever. Their death makers are they hate them. They absolutely hate their own weapons. They hate them, but that's what they do. And so they're not using weapons. And for them to watch Kid Rock, I just know for a fact someone would watch that in like a war-torn area, or like Haiti. Okay, you go, hey, Haiti, guys, let me check. You want to see something? Like what? He's like, what the fuck is wrong with America? What is wrong with you guys? You're taking a perfectly good, that's a good, it's expensive weapon. You're filling it full of a very expensive ammunition, and you're trying to shoot Bud Light. You shoot some, but most of them you miss. And you do this because you're protesting a beer company gave a he, she, or a her, or an it, or a them, whatever that guy is, or girl is, whatever Dylan is, gave him a little can with his little face on it, just for him. Wasn't on the shelves. Wasn't sent to anybody other than him. You can't even buy him. A special series, nothing. Matter of fact, if I was Ben Dillon, I would have sold each one of those cans for like 10 grand a pop. That's how much those cans are worth right now. But the point is that at no point did Kid Rock come across a Budweiser light can with a he, she, transgender, male, female, on a can specifically just for Dylan. That was just for Dylan. Had nothing to do with anybody else. Nothing. And why is Kid Rock watching Dylan's channel or his TikTok, where this came from? Why is he watching this stuff? Okay. And if Fox News is reporting it, you can't always just listen to Fox News. Okay, I get it. You guys are old, you're decrepit, you're truly senile or pre-senile, crazy, what they used to call it, and batty, and you're cemented in your ways. So no new thoughts, no new concepts, forget compromise, and I mean, at its core, just complete lack of empathy for what others are going through and for what they think, you know. So on one side, Kid Rock, I'm sorry you're stupid. I'm so sorry, okay? And I know that your primary audience are really dumb rednecks, and that's great. Go get them. Get your money, get paid, shoot cans, shoot whatever you want. That's obviously you're allowed to do that. But there's no way I'm going to back you up on this. Okay, what you do is stupid. And it's highly offensive. It's rude. It's mean. It's demeaning. It's where's your sense of compassion? I mean, this Dylan is just has a little channel, has just TikTok. She's not on prime time. She's not. You know, you mean you let Caitlyn Jenner, you let Bruce Jenner, you let Bruce Jenner on Fox News. You let Bruce Jenner on Fox News. But you can't let this guy celebrating his year of not being a guy. You know, that's a big deal to him. And Budweiser, I mean, they want to make cans with transgenders, whatever, whoever, who cares? It's up to Bud Light. So ultimately, Kid Rock, if you got a problem with this stuff, first of all, don't watch it. If Fox News is reporting on it, just put Fox News on mute. You could shut Fox News up every now and then. It's okay. Okay, I get it. You have to get your information from Fox News. I totally understand. You're total fucking news addicts, and you can't control one fucking moment if you're not on Fox News. You are children, and Fox News is your babysitter. Damn, Fox News. Polluting everything. Oh man. So the whole point, what is okay, so Suicide Chat AI, because it's gonna be a nonprofit. I'm not trying to make any money on this. But I want to have, especially those that are with weapons in crisis modes, with guns to their head as we speak right now. There's somebody right now, many people right now throughout the entire planet that are about ready to blow their heads off. And you know the promise? Some of them are going to make a mistake and blow like their eyes out or blow a portion of their brain out. They're going to be like vegetables or wheelchairs or have piss bags. I mean, they're going to have shit bags. I mean, they're going to have all kinds of horrible things and not have completed suicide. So I think their life is bad before they shot themselves, and their life becomes like 10,000 times worse. It's all because they have access to weapons. It's all because of the Second Amendment. And I personally, if somebody could find me Rush Limbaugh's like address, or like, I know he doesn't go to the gym, but like, you know, restaurant or some spot that he goes to, I would like the opportunity, and I will do at least probably 2, 3, 4 months, at least 6 months. I'll probably do 6 months in jail before we get to a jury trial. But I would not mind taking it back to him and really going like what, Barry Bonds on him, you know, Babe Ruth, McMantle, Jose Canseco. I mean, Alex Rodriguez. No, just let this guy have it over and over, home run after home run after home run. That man has polluted the minds of so many people, and this is what it comes down to most. Okay, is exploitation. Exploitation. Fox News and some of these other news too. I mean, they're all kind of crap, but Fox News especially. Fox News has the ability to not only are we polarized as a country, we're not like bipolarized. I mean, we're like extremely polarized. And I try talking to people all the time, and like, I mean, they say stuff like, "Oh, I can't believe these fucking Mexicans are still coming in this fucking country. What the fuck's wrong with them? Lazy ass, good for nothing, pieces of shit." And I'm like, this guy needs to go through a window. I'm like, I need to pick him up and throw him through a window. Matter of fact, I need to pick him up. This is what I need to do. I need to pick him up. I need to duct tape him. Really good duct tape, like all over, like his entire fucking body, right? Throw him in my trunk and drive him down as far as I can to Mexico, the most desolated, isolated, middle of nowhere, 120 degrees, and let him find himself a way home. Yeah, let's see how he feels. So about these dirty Mexicans, so he'll be begging them for help. Every single last person he comes across, he'll be begging for help. Can you please? ¿Dónde está hablas English? No English. Fucker, get lost. So spend just one day, trying to walk. And it's not just Mexicans. Mexicans were a problem. Now you have these exploited countries that have mass problems in so many ways. And they're to the point they're like, look, we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna get on our little thing, and we're gonna pack what we can, and hopefully we'll have enough water, and let's go. Yeah, but the border at the United States, I mean, you gotta get the Mexican government, the Mexico government first has to deny you access, or give you like temporary access. Well, then at that point you can go to the United States and say, okay, now I have this permission from Mexico. But then sometimes Mexico wants permission from whatever country that you came from, so you have to get permission to leave the country to go to. I mean, it's really a problem. And Donald Trump, you're a genius. You built a wall, right? I'll give you that. You built a wall, man. You did real good. And we're still missing like a couple hundred migrant kids. So if anybody sees these kids, we don't have milk boxes with the pictures on them anymore. But if we did, there'd be like 200 or 300 Donald Trump lost kids that we still can't find. But as in their parents can't find them. And so these countries, they're to the point to where their lives are so bad, they're willing to come in and like a refugee, like a true refugee, basically camp out at the border or somewhere close. And at least they're safe, right? Mostly safe. I mean, Mexico at the border is definitely not safe, but by any means. And there's some serious problems happening to these migrants coming from other countries in regards to being kidnapped and exploited, on horrible levels. But for the most part, the masses that are coming are much more protected, and they're leaving really horrible environments. And if they need to be a refugee somewhere in Mexico, they're cool with that. All right, they're like, all right, whatever. And so I came up with an idea, right? Okay, so this is Donald Trump way. If you remember right, and remember Donald Trump's a witch. He said he's a witch like 300 sometimes publicly. That's you can look it up. He's like 383 times or something like that. Where he's used the expression publicly, witch hunt. So that's like 300 sometimes of him saying he's a witch. Technically he's not a witch. I think they're called warlocks. I think male witches. I don't know if a male can a male. I don't know if a male can be a witch, but what he's stating 300 sometimes is that there's been a witch hunt, and what's a witch hunt? It's hunting down witches. So he's a witch, and he's self-admitted witch. So, anyways, I want to go to Mexico, right? I want to go straight. I think it's where do I need to go? I need to go to Juarez. Yes, right on the El Paso border. Okay, Juarez is nuts, incredibly nuts. Okay, they find mass graves all the time. The place is psychotic, one of the worst places on earth. Okay, but this is one of the areas where the migrants are. They're trying to stay out of Juarez. They're heading more for Tijuana. But if they do get to Juarez, right? So I want to start in Juarez and work my way down the border. And Donald Trump, this is what he said. He said, and I will quote him pretty much word for word. You're going to build a wall, and Mexico is going to pay for it. That's what he said, like a lot of times. So if you look at that, and you just break it down just a little bit, the witch, okay, Donald Trump, the warlock, he probably like that. He probably would be like, yeah, warlock's awesome. Yeah, that's all right. That's great. It's a perfect name for me. That's a perfect name for me. That's perfect. Yes, man, yeah, I'm the warlock. Okay, so warlock Trump. I'm gonna go to Mexico, and because you told Mexico that they're the ones that build the wall. This is what you said. You said Mexico. So I mean, you're a businessman. You're a developer. So if Mexico's going to build a wall, Mexico's going to pay for the wall. If Mexico's going to pay for the wall, that means Mexico's going to build the wall, okay? Because Mexico can hire workers for up to, I don't know, like oh man, like half, minimum half. I mean, sometimes down like 10%, but you can get a construction worker in Mexico for at least half of the overall coverage of what it costs, because all this insurance, bonding, permits. I mean, there's a massive amount of stuff in the United States that you have to go through just to get construction workers. So, and all that can be easily bypassed in Mexico. And so this is my plan, right? So I'm gonna go get volunteers. I'm gonna go get every one of them. Donald Trump loves me T-shirts. Literally gonna say Donald Trump loves me, and I'm gonna get volunteers, and we are going to see. It's genius. So yes, let's have Mexico build it. Let's have all these migrants that are waiting around in border towns anyways with nothing to do. Let's get their help to do it. Okay. Let's build that damn wall. Let's have Mexico or Mexicans or Guatemalans or Hondurans or Belizeans or what do we got? Panama. Panama's not too bad. Obviously, Venezuela. Colombia's doing a little better. Guyana, which is one of the worst, has the highest suicide rate in the world. Like 44, something, I don't know, it's like 44 attempts a minute or something like that. I don't know, it's an incredible amount of people that die in Guyana. Kind of, towards the top, but in the middle, South America. Small country. And so what we do, right, is we all get together, we start planning, we figure out how we're going to, what's the best materials? Best materials to this day is mud. Okay, so we just need water. You get us some water. Okay, we can make adobe walls, right? And if it's going to be Mexico, it's going to look good. I mean, we're going to have some art, we're going to have some murals. We're gonna have some like really incredible like panoramic murals, what's it called? Depicting different great times in Mexico and other South American countries, and so and here's the catch. Okay, Warlock Trump, King Trump. Master Trump, whatever you want, whatever, Your Honor Trump. If I can get all these migrants and Mexicans to build your wall, Donald Trump, for you for free, we just need some water, maybe some food every now and then, some top ramen. Top ramen's awesome. Cheap, you can get cheap. We'll work 12-hour days. We'll work 24/7. Some people working at night, some people working a day. I mean, dude, and this wall, I mean, you're not going to pay one penny. It's not going to be pretty. I mean, it's going to be pretty. It's going to be gorgeous on the Mexican side. It's going to be absolutely just kind of really blah on the American side. But if we do this, every single migrant involved, no matter what level of participation, they can just sit there and collect signatures all day, for all I care. But they all get green cards. So they build your wall, they do it for free, they have something to do right now while they're just sitting around waiting for Mexico to deny their visas. And Donald Trump, you're truly the king. You remember what you said? You said you're going to get Mexico to pay for it. Well, this is how we do it. Well, now we do get Mexico to pay for it. Obviously, we're going to get Mexico to build it. but we make it like this great tribute to this incredible man that Donald Trump is, because he's the perfect person. I mean, he makes the perfect statements. He has the perfect phone calls. He has the perfect emails. This guy is perfect. Nothing that comes out of this mouth is anything less than perfect. And if there's a scale of perfect, his is most perfect. So not only just perfect, most perfect. So this is what I'm willing to offer Donald Trump. We'll build that wall for you, man. But you gotta give us, you gotta lessen the country. You got it. Right? And when I say us, I'm on their side. If I was in America and I was, in Guyana, and I just thought for a moment I might step foot on American soil for one time, for one day. And even if you want to put me in American jail, because even the American detention centers, a lot of them have air conditioning. You're going to let me indoors with air conditioning? I'm cool with that little solar aluminum foil. Give me one of those. And mat, sure, I'd take a mat. No mat, no problem. No mat, it's indoors. No bugs, no scorpions, no snakes. No sand mites. So we get your wall built. We do it on the Mexican side. Okay. And I have some really good ideas, because remember, no matter how high that wall is, it's kind of easy just to burrow through it, whether underground or on top of it. So we are going to we got stations, right? These little outlets, like the kind that they have up in the, so in the mountains, a long time ago, they used to have forest lookouts. And these forest lookouts, you got these lookouts in the middle of nowhere, so up high, but they're there to make sure they're blocked for fire, basically, especially during lightning. And we're gonna have post like every 100 yards, and it'll be, and then I was also thinking, for the underground guys, ground. This is we might need some money for this. But if you really want to keep the tunnels out, you're going to need those machines, right? They penetrate the ground with radar. Okay, well, those are multiple purposes. Have multiple purposes. You can use. You have to lay it out, of course. Ideally with fiber optics, because that glass is the best for carrying signals. But you can have, and they do it with when they seismic graphs for earthquakes, right? So they can do the same thing, but they lay it all out, right? And so with the infrared, with the radar, going back and forth, up and down, just like submarine, up and down, all over, right? It can detect immediately when there's a disturbance, and that disturbance will be metered, and when it doesn't meter out, then they have to acknowledge something is abnormal. And then at that point, they can go and say, hey, someone might be trying to dig a tunnel, or might be, who knows what it is, but it's causing disturbance with radar. So there's something going on. So that would be the most expensive part, because even if we dig like a 25-foot trench, which we can, got no problem. You want, Donald Trump, you want 25-foot trench, you're getting a 25-foot trench. That's what you're getting, okay? Because you're the king. And wherever the king wants, the king gets. So, but even if we build it 25 feet deep, it's not too hard for people who make tunnels a mile long to go down to 26 feet. So you're going to need some advanced stuff for the underground and the bore. What is it called? Boring, like Elon Musk and the boring tunnel that he has, or tunnels that he's making. So, if I went to, there's an Elon Musk in Mexico somewhere, which I think there is. Oh, God, what is his name? Oh, there is. He owns all those telecoms, all the cable companies, all the phone service providers. I can't believe I forgot his name. Anyways, he's an incredible guy. And if I went to him and said, hey, can you go copy some of these tunnels that Elon Musk is making, and make me like 100 of them, over the next, 6 months? They'd be like, yeah, no problem. So you're going to need something more than just walls that go up. Walls that go up are good. They don't even really need to be that high. They really don't. Because if someone's willing to climb, 12 feet, they're probably going to be willing to climb 25 feet, So we don't need to spend a lot of money on going up, but and don't got that Trump. We got all that. We got all that. You don't worry about anything. And if you ever want to come down and see what's going on, you'll need a badge. You'll need a construction hat. Those dirty so much. They're gonna in America. They're gonna be like, wow, look what all these people are doing in honor of Trump, and they're gonna have and everybody's gonna wear their Donald Trump loves me T-shirts and hats. And it's going to be a truly incredible journey, building this incredible wall for one of the greatest men to ever live. I mean, by far. I mean, let's be honest, right? Donald Trump is one of the most magnificent men in history. Bar none. I mean, this man is he's like a Superman. I mean, the skill set this guy has, what he does, what he gets away with. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. So I just want to find a way to help those at the border by giving them something to do, jobs, if you will, and in the process building these walls and helping those who build Donald Trump's wall. He said he wanted Mexico to pay for it, so that's even better. And allow those workers to become citizens. It's gonna work out. Also, another thing too, which I don't understand, there are parts of the country that are suffering horrible employee shortages, like really bad, like truly understaffed. And a lot of these jobs are labor intensive, minimal training needed, minimal skill set needed. Just a lot of jobs that like Subway, for example. It's a good job, not hard to do, and people love their Subway sandwiches. So there's just migrants just sitting at the border right now that are more than willing to learn, and you have like entire kitchens throughout the country speak nothing but Spanish. Okay, from the busboy to the head chef, nothing but Spanish. A couple of them might speak English, but they almost all speak Spanish. So there's plenty of places that we could take migrants sitting there as refugees and ship them to somewhere that needs them. But we can't do that, right? It's too easy. We used to be able to do that. We used to have special permits just for this, temporary, like 6 months or 4 months during harvesting, things like that. So I see labor shortages. I see incredible backlogs of getting people processed. I see migrant kids are still missing, and I see all these things. And okay, so the Republican way of doing something, right? This is what you do first and foremost. Man, everything's just going to shit. I can't believe everything's just going to shit. This is bullshit. I can't believe this shit every fucking day. It somehow gets worse. Every day. Worse. Man, if it wasn't for Donald Trump. If it wasn't, what would I have if it wasn't for Donald Trump? I love that man, but I hate my country now. I hate it. I hate these Mexicans the most. If anybody comes for my guns, I'm telling you now, they're getting shot the fuck up. Come for my gun, I'm shooting you motherfuckers. Every last one of you. It's only used 1%. NRA, go to NRA.com, look up how often is legal weapons purchase used for self-defense less than 1%. I don't give a fuck if it's less than 1%. That's still a problem. Kill motherfucker coming near me. Yeah, I get it. You're Republican, you're mad, you're really mad. And on top of that, you're retarded. Okay, and to people who are actually retarded, I'm part retarded too. That's why I have my glasses on. I got issues, and so I suffer from retardation as well. I'm a genius in a way, but I'm also like total force in another way. And I'm like part crazy too. So the Republican mindset, it's bitter. It's not very nice. And there's like, I think the worst word that you can tell, that you can say, this is what you are, Republican. And sometimes they just go batshit crazy because of how true it is. But and this is a very important word, and it has so much meaning, and it's very hard to practice. It's very hard to practice. but it's called tolerance. Tolerance. It sounds easy. It's easy to say. It's a nice word. It sounds good. I like the word tolerance. But Republicans hate that word. Absolutely. It goes against everything. They're like so anti-tolerant. And they all get off, it's like crazy loves crazy. It's true. I've seen it. I mean, I'm part crazy, so there's some crazy that I understand. But masses, hysteria, January 6th, those guys are the dumbest fucking guys. I mean, I have protested at the White House myself. Okay, when was it? 4th of July, 2006, during Fallujah. I was there on my other YouTube page. You can find it. And matter of fact, I had to escape the Secret Service. I didn't have any weapons. I'm not saying stuff they didn't like. But so they picked me up like 15 minutes, no, like half hour. And the whole story is very cool, complicated, but I pissed off the Secret Service in less than half an hour. And then they had me for 7 days in the maximum security, whatever that hospital is, Walter Reed, I think. They had me in some maximum security, all these other crazy people. I did escape. I'll tell you how I escaped. You go to the other thing and you'll see how I escaped. I have videos of that. From the Secret Service, yeah. They went everywhere looking for me. And so I didn't storm any buildings. I didn't run over any barricades. I didn't steal any Capitol Police's their barricade shield and use that to break. Why did they break it? I don't get this. This is where I get confused on the whole thing. I mean, these are obviously laws. You can't go around breaking stuff. And this is the greatest building for laws that there is. And you're gonna violate the laws on the building that makes laws? Okay. So you're going to break in. All right. Now, at this point, there's been pepper spray. There's been tasers. Someone's having a heart attack. Somebody's having a stroke. Cops are getting mangled. And then they all start running through it, just whooping and hollering like it's some sort of, like a parade. I mean, they're like just parading around, sticking their feet up on people's desks. You got Michael Pence hiding. He didn't want to leave. Good for him, by the way. But he's hiding somewhere in their underground parking lot. And they're all, hang Mike Pence, right after Donald Trump said, get him. No. First, Donald Trump said, fight like hell. 5 minutes later, it breaks out. And then when Mike Pence refuses, or somehow Mike Pence gets involved like an hour, 2 hours later, but Donald Trump texts or tweets something along the lines of Mike Pence failed us. And then you hear through the Capitol, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. I think that's what they're saying, hang Mike Pence. He lit that fire. And so, but all those people involved. And you know what? You want to know? Okay, so I don't know. I'm not really into conspiracies. 9/11, I still don't know. And there's obviously Roswell, Elon Musk. But I'm not really into theories. However, I've been in the Capitol building. Matter of fact, one time it was so hot outside. I was so tired, so humid. I was so tired. I went to one of the benches, maybe like 100 yards from the actual building itself. But still on their lawn, right? A big ass lawn. So I go to sit down. I'm groggy, and I'm just about ready. And I don't know. I might have been asleep for 30 seconds, a minute. I get nudged, right? I look up, and the Capitol Police, two of them, they're like, "Sir, I'm sorry, but there's no sleeping on our benches. I hope you understand." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. No problem. Capitol building. No disrespect. I'm not gonna sleep on your bench. There's other benches I can go to. I go over to Lafayette Park, whatever." So Capitol Police are there. I know that for a fact they're there. And so here's the conspiracy that I'm kind of working on, right? And I've looked into it, and a lot of people are like, yeah, it's obviously what happened. Like, duh. Same thing that happened on 9/11 when all military was told that, hey, guys, we're running exercises. We're running some crazy-ass exercises. It's not going to make a lot of sense, but everybody stand the fuck down. Nothing's going on until we give them a notice. All exercises. Well, Donald Trump had been plotting this thing for a couple of weeks. I think he first posted it online like about 2.5 weeks before it actually, and he told everybody where to go, what he's going to do, what was going on. And so it's highly organized. And 30,000 people show up to his actual rally in Washington, D.C. on January 6th. But there's already like a couple hundred of those that have organized, those that were organizing them, that cells that day. Those were like independent little cells, right? And you got a whole bunch of them. And this is what I'm getting to. There's like 13 of these. I don't even know where to start. But let me see, can I give you just one? Proud Boys. There's one. But there's like 13 of these different organizations where they all individually, on their own, orchestrated to meet in DC at this time, and to specifically not be at the rally with the 30,000, but already on grounds. And if you look at the first 911 phone calls, the first 911 phone call comes in 5 minutes after Donald Trump says, "Fight like hell." So they're already there. They're watching on their little things and listening. So those there specifically, and not at the rally. Okay, like Proud Boys. Okay, so these are the agitators. Now, how they were specifically not at why they're not at the rally. These guys are like they would all sleep with Trump if given the chance, right? They're all madly in love with him. So why aren't they at the rally? So there's a reason they're not at the rally. And why is it 5 minutes after Donald Trump says fight like hell, they're fighting like hell? Okay. So where's the conspiracy in this, right? Okay, so for some reason, those guys that are going to become the most radical in the event are already there. They're the ones going to literally storm the gate, storm the barricade. Because the barricade, there were barricades, stormed all those barricades, right? So they're all warned. Donald Trump made this aware 2 weeks prior. So Capitol Police, not only were they, this wasn't like national security, like you needed the CIA to figure this out. This is Donald Trump on the internet telling everybody where he's going to be and what he's going to do. And specifically to stop Pence from doing his little formal. I never understand that. Why do they have the vice president who just lost the job say, yes, we were voted out and there's a new president voted in and I'm here to oversee that. And yeah, I lost my job. Fuck all y'all. And I'll get to keep your jobs. And so it's a humiliating thing to make the vice president do. But in Mike Pence's honor, he knew that was part of his responsibility, and so he took it very seriously, and he achieved it eventually. Okay, but here's the conspiracy. Capitol Police knew. They knew. And not only did they know, they already had the barricades up. They'd been up there already, but they were all checked and all that good stuff. Okay, so keep something in mind. Donald Trump has done something truly extraordinary that really I don't think has ever been done before. He was able to appoint not 1, not 2, but 3 Supreme Court justices. 3. And literally not Chief Justice, but the guy at the helm right now in charge is that race trading, 100% racist, just absolute piece of living dog shit. Fucking, I don't want to say his name. But this fucking guy has got the most clout, and his omnipresence, like his power above the Supreme Court, is very strong right now. Clarence Thomas. Fucking what a piece of shit, fucking Clarence Thomas. And okay, so Donald Trump's got these 3 guys now. So that's Donald Trump. That for a long time. That's Donald Trump's Supreme Court for a long ass time. Get used to it. Then you have Donald Trump, who appointed well over 300 federal judges. I've looked. In 4 years, not 8 years, 4 years. I forgot what Obama's numbers, but it's nowhere near 300 in 4 years. So the expression is he stacked the court. Okay. And the court will be forever, most likely forever, Republican agenda. I don't see it ever coming back. Not from the Supreme Court, and definitely not from the federal courts. It's impossible. Too many people to replace. So Donald Trump knew that he could get this crowd as pumped up as he wanted to, and that himself, he got impeached because of it. He didn't care. I mean, that's a point of pride for him now to get not impeached once, but impeached twice. Perfect. I got it perfect. Impeached twice. That's perfect. So he knew that no matter what he said or what he did, other than get impeached, and possibly sued, I think he's getting sued too. But he could pretty much do whatever he wanted until he get away with it, which he did. However, his enemies, all right. I'm not gonna say the Capitol Police are his enemies by any means, but the bosses of the Capitol Police, right? And not just Capitol Police. There's a lot of like FBI. I mean, Washington D.C. has any and every known kind of cop there is, and like an elite security force anyways, I'm losing my mind, but we're losing track. So the enemies of Trump saw this coming, and they know how he throws his rallies, and he knows how people attend, and so they're like, okay, so how can we make the most of this? Like what can we do? And I'm gonna show you this, and you're gonna be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. What can we do to allow Trump to have his rally? To hopefully it gets completely out of hand, and maybe, just maybe, they wind up storming it, and they wind up causing a lot of havoc and hysteria. What if we can get them to do that? So in this, like, if you're like, I know the law, right? I'm kind of like a lawyer. Like, I'm not a bar. I can fuck up most lawyers any day of the week. Bring it. If my argument, and I know my argument, and I have my argument, and I'm ready to prepare my argument, fuck you. You ain't got a chance. So I'm telling you now, as a jailhouse lawyer, this is what I would do. I'd be okay. Can I give you my advice? They'd be, yeah, please, Jason. This is your advice. I'm like, okay, this is my advice. Real light security, light security, real light security. Okay, light security. All right. We don't need any National Guard troops standing around. We could easily call that. We call Washington Police if need be. City Police, DC. We can call like 200 FBI agents and like 100 CIA agents and like 500 Homeland Security agents. We can get all these people here to easily protect the Capitol. We don't have a problem protecting the Capitol. We'll never have a problem protecting the Capitol, ever. I mean, we might get bombed from one of our Second Amendment right-bearing motherfuckers who thinks bombs are the right to bear arms. But other than that, which came from the Tom Clancy book, I think. Anyways, so this is what we're gonna do, right? Really light protection. Donald Trump's going to do his thing, and he might even say something to the extent, "Fight like hell." No, he's not going to say it. No, watch. He's going to say it. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Donald Trump's going to have a rally. He's going to have people already at the Capitol waiting. He's going to have mass hysteria, like a couple blocks away from where they need to go to create absolute havoc on January 6th, and we're going to let them. We're going to let. How many things show? I don't know. These guys are nuts. But this is what we're going to focus on. Okay, what are we going to focus on? What's our benefit from allowing all this? Okay, first of all, there's going to be a couple deaths. That's natural. The cops aren't getting killed. We're going to report it's not going to happen. All right, but yeah, some people are going to die. But not many, like 4 or 5. Mostly natural causes. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them have their fun. We're going to let them storm. We're going to let them sit at important desks. We're going to let Mike Pence hide, but stick around. So as soon as we get all the shit cleaned up, he can go back in at like 2:00 in the morning and fulfill his responsibility to, start the process of accepting the votes for the election for presidents. See. And we're going to basically do whatever they want. And why are we going to do this? Why are we going to do this? Well, first of all, we're going to replace the windows, and there's going to be a couple cops messed up a little bit, and that sucks. The deaths, these people are going to have heart attacks because they're like 300 pounds, and they've been sweating for the last like 2 hours, chanting how much they love Donald Trump. So, what we're going to get, this is what we're going to get. All right. What are we going to get out of all this? We're going to arrest the worst collaborators online, like the Proud Boys and all those other psycho organizations, we're going to arrest them all. And they're going to get 2 years in prison. They're going to get 5 years in prison. They're going to get 6 years in prison. They're going to get 20 years in prison. They're going to get multiple 20 years in prison sentences. All not concurrent. No. Your 20 years are consecutive. Toom. All y'all motherfuckers that were so radical. Where are you at now? Where are you? They've arrested 800 of you so far. 800 from your own videos. Stupid motherfucking Americans. Dumbass Americans. You were set up. They set your ass up. And you fucking took the bait. Idiots. I mean, and you got Donald Trump just sitting back. At no point does he involve himself at any point in saying, hey guys, seriously, this is an emergency tweet. I'll go get on the radio. I don't know, do something, but say, hey guys, we've got to knock this off. Please stop. This is not what I had in mind. When I said, let's go and fight like hell. Like, fight like hell. I meant like chanting and marching and, and protesting peacefully. That's what I meant. But at no point did he ever say that. The funniest part of the whole thing, okay, so not only does Pence stick around, okay, and the Secret Service, they're all over him like, dude, you got to go. He's like, no, I'm not going. They will not watch me drive off like a coward. I'm not doing that. I got like 14 cars here right now with all the people involved with my staff. There's no way. Some of them did want to leave, but most of them were like, no, we're here for you. We're here with you. So Donald Trump succeeded. He got what he wanted for about 6-7 hours because they had to postpone everything until all that was cleared up. And then I think Mike Pence at like at like midnight, I think they were able to re-adjourn. That was the day, really. And if you look into it, there's a lot of information out there. But that was the day that Donald Trump threw Mike Pence off one of his high-story buildings and threw out like a parachute. Like, good luck catching that thing before you land. Like, was the expression "kick to the curb"? I think that's what it is. I mean, this guy, Donald Trump, kicked Mike Pence to the fucking curb. Kicked him out. Gone. I have no loyalty to you, Mike Pence. You will burn today if I can't get you. Hang Mike Pence. Hang Mike Pence. But by having reduced security, majorly, remember FBI, CIA, entire military bases. I mean, you got all kinds of stuff in DC. You got like the most protection in the world, probably DC. So they were told to stand down, and they gave Donald Trump the 2.5 weeks that he needed to organize his rally, which gave the people like Proud Boys, gave them the opportunity to what is it called? Gather your troops and prepare for deployment. So they had 2.5 weeks to prepare for deployment, and deployment was, and it's been very clear, you can't get more clear, stop Mike Pence from taking into official record the election results for presidency for, was it 2020? So that was his goal. He made that very clear. And he got away with it for about 6-7 hours. But in those 6 or 7 hours, so far over 800 people have been arrested, over 200 have been sentenced, something like 300 are still to be sentenced, and they're starting to pass out the big boy sentences, like those Proud Boy guys. They just completely screwed themselves. They are now very happy in a, I'm not sure what jails or they've been sent to prison. I'll have to look into that. But you got about 200 people doing time right now. And a lot of these people doing time are going to do a lot of time. Some are going to just do a couple of years. It's still a long time for being a complete idiot. And Donald Trump got away with all of it. But the real winners are the Democrats. And the reason why they're the real winners is because they took some of the biggest bullies on the internet, and you allow them to, like somehow you guys knew that they were going to lose their minds. They did, and you allowed them to without, shooting them on spot. And which I think you're allowed to do on the Capitol. Yeah, someone storms the Capitol. I think Capitol Police are allowed to kill you. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the protections they have. So instead of killing everybody trying to storm the building, they let them, and in the process, they took out some of the strongest voices amongst the most radical in the country by far, and sent one of the worst, most blistering examples of what not to do. If anybody storms the Capitol building again, I mean, it was stupid enough for you guys to do it the first time, but will you ever do that again? Will you ever again storm the Capitol building? No one's ever going to do that again. Maybe a terrorist with a suicide bomber jacket, but nobody will ever do what Donald Trump asked them to do again. Because you're doing 2 years, you're doing 5 years, you're doing 20 years in prison. And I have been at the White House. I've been at the Capitol building. I have been on protests there. I have been on my own protest there. I have video of it on YouTube from like 12 years ago. So I've done all that. I've been arrested there as well. But I've never been charged. Never, not one charge, never. Never been stuck with any charges other than nuisance, really what it came down to. So they punched me for nuisancing, then they put me in psycho security for crazies for 7 days. But from like a book perspective, because I'm a writer, I wish. I'm a filmmaker, I wish. I've been on YouTube since 2006, but that doesn't really count. So I'm a filmmaker, I'm a writer, so I can recall events, I can play them in different ways in my head, and see stuff, and what's going on over there, right? So I have that ability, and those 7 days were quite incredible. I mean, they really were. I mean, they're off the charts. I mean, like Mark Twain didn't ever have that experience. So the whole point to all this is that I want there to be an outlet, an anonymous artificial intelligence supercomputer that you can contact and say, I'm thinking about committing suicide. I really am. Today's the day. I got a gun in my hand. It's loaded. Reach out to all these PTSD soldiers. Suffer horrible. I mean, horribly they suffer. These gangsters that brought from day one, shoot, kill. You got entire countries like South Congo, is it? I might be wrong. Forgive me. I'm smart, but there's so much information in my head, and sometimes it's hard for me to pull out. So I'm doing the world maps thing in my head, and I see the Congo. Is it West Congo? Where they have actual civil war going on right now over the resources. But they don't have an outlet. They don't have an emergency crisis outlet. If you want to commit suicide, there's something called, so there's California has one called Cal Hope. And you can chat to them, but they take forever. I mean, absolute forever. And they say the stupidest stuff. There's 988, and there again, it's just the whole thing's like really pathetic, based on super old technology. I want a way for someone to come to his cell phone and honestly say, I am moments from fucking shooting my head off and killing my fucking wife and killing all my fucking kids. Help me the fuck out for 2 seconds. And then for the art, I'm going to train this chat bot. And first and foremost, it's going to be, all right, it's all good. It's all good. We are not here to tell you anything. We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to tell you what not to do. We have one purpose for all this. That purpose is just to keep you online. So we're going to put up a little clock. Okay, right now we got like 20 seconds. So we're 20 seconds into you not killing yourself, or you not killing somebody else, or you not going into your school and shooting everybody and killing as many as you can before you kill yourself. So our only purpose at suicidechat.ai is to keep you online. And we have phenomenal things to do. We have resources. We have volunteers waiting. We have experts waiting. We have looky-loos waiting. Yeah, looky-loo. You can be a looky-loo too if you want. There's all these portals that you can go through. And with artificial intelligence, we're going to help you through this. We really are. And if you wind up committing suicide, or if you wind up committing homicide, or you wind up going on a shooting spree, that's, again, we can't control that. The only thing we can control, hopefully, is keeping you involved with this interaction, with this incredible, brand new super tool, with nobody actually watching or monitoring, and all 100% anonymous. So we're here for you. What's up? So who do you want to kill? Why do you want to kill him? You want to kill? Okay. Why do you want to kill yourself? Okay. All right. Break that down. Break that. Why does your wife have to die? All right. All right. And your kids have to die too. Why do your kids gotta die? Tell me why the kids have to die. Okay. All right. How about this? Why don't we just sit down, just slow down, start some breathing. Okay, so you're killing yourself. And I'm not here to talk you out of that. But what we can do is I got some music, I got some amazing movie clips. I've got some incredible YouTube videos. I have full access to everything Amazon Video Prime offers. There's some really great people that they're anonymous. So you'll never know who that person is, and they'll never know who you are. This is all truly off grid. We don't record any information on your phone, and we block out the cell tower that you're using. So we don't know. We don't want to know. All right. We simply want the opportunity to talk with you and to break down the way you're feeling. And through the power of artificial intelligence, there is a plethora. There is a Pandora's box of wealth that we can provide you at this level of care that has never been seen before. For those in emergency crisis situations that are about ready to snap and lose their damn minds. So, or those that have been just having that gun in their head for so long that they just need somebody to talk to before they do it. And I have a place for that too. That's going to be called Confessions. So you can go to Confessions. You've already done something. Yeah, confess all you want. Get out. You'll have somebody to tell you. You're not. It's not a blog. You're not confessing to yourself with no response. You're going to have phenomenal amounts of response. I got so many ideas for AI and the kind of responses that I can give. So it'll be truly interactive without any humans involved. Like I said earlier, artificial intelligence is here. It's been here for a while. Matter of fact, I had the dragon speaking knack. Okay, so on my computer, I wanted a text to chat, and this was like 1995 or 1996, maybe 97. Anyways, a Dragon Natural Speaking is a software application to where you can plug it in, and it takes like 45 minutes to an hour, but you run all these exercises through it over 45 minutes to an hour, and it can kind of hear you. Like, it kind of works. Like, most of the time it works, but a lot of times it doesn't work. And so that was like back in like mid 90s. And so that was artificial intelligence. The point that we're at right now is that artificial intelligence is truly in its infancy, and as in its overall ability to achieve what it's going to achieve. Like, we're still at the beginning. Like an 8-month-old baby or whatever. We're no longer a baby, but we're still a baby, like 8, 9, 10 months, whatever. And I see an opportunity to reach out to all these psycho fuckers right before they lose their minds, and especially these really angry. Like, my number one client is going to be pissed off Republicans. I want them coming, I'm going to kill everybody. They're going to be on homicide, right? And there's going to be like a way to like watch people and what they're saying, and you kind of, there's a lot going to go on at one time, but it's going to be quite complicated. The point is that I want to give a true outlet for people that this is how I see this, how I envision it, right? So I'm just going to take an old grumpy man, right? And he's doing his thing again. He's moaning, he's groaning, everything sucks. What's that? I hate this. Hell in a handbasket. Where the fuck did that come from? I still don't know what that means. Hell in a handbasket. Dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it's said repeatedly by old, pissed off, grumpy fucking losers. And so they have nowhere to vent. They can't vent to each other. Nobody, people like me who aren't, Donald Trump. I'm not in love with Donald Trump. I don't love Donald Trump. I'm fascinated by Donald Trump. He'll go down in history as one of the most polarizing vehicles of humanity has ever known. But to say he hasn't done some stuff, no, he's done some stuff. He really has. He ain't no Elon Musk, but he's still doing his thing. He's been doing it for a while and getting away with a lot. So I'm going to hate on Trump, but I'm not in love with him. And so I want a forum for people who are losing their minds. They're in love with Trump, and they hate Mexicans. I want for them to have somewhere to go to, right? because the problem with AI right now that you can access is that it's these perimeters, like the limits of what you're allowed to do. I mean, it won't accept. It does not like. It won't let you use cuss words. It blocks them all out. If you even talk about suicide, it tries to take you to a suicide hotline. If you start, calling Donald Trump evil, it'll say, look, yes, some people have said Donald Trump was evil, and someone said, yes, he's a narcissist. However, it's not up to me to judge if this person is evil or not. I'm technically not human, so for me to even know the difference is almost impossible. So there's all these limitations that they have. I'm gonna get rid of all that, and it's gonna be more of it's a lot of programming. So, and in the process, through artificial intelligence, I hope, I'm almost done, I hope to start, and this is a very good word, it's a perfect word. The word I'm about ready to use right now is a perfect word. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, or what I want to do, all right? I want to combat. I want to combat the Second Amendment in its current use and allowances. Second Amendment allows for so many suicides, allows for so many homicides, it allows for so many mass murders, and it only helps maybe 1% of the time for self-defense. Because the Second Amendment's a piece of shit. Just look at it, it's a piece of shit. It's a fucking piece of shit. It's been a piece of shit for a long fucking time. And I want the people with weapons, those are the guys I want. And the Republicans have weapons. They love their weapons. So they can come and talk about how much they love their weapons. I mean, seriously, who loves a gun? That's disgusting. That's absolutely. I mean, okay. So you go to Da Vinci, right? We go back in time. We take Da Vinci. We go and get Kid Rock. We get a bunch of Bud Light cases of Bud Light, which, by the way, don't have Dylan's face on it. The only person that got pictures of Bud Light with Dylan's face on it was Dylan. So other than the Bud Light with Dylan's face on it, just be regular Bud Light cans. We'll take his weapon, that fully automatic fucking murder maker, and we go back to Da Vinci, and we tell Da Vinci what's going on. We tell Da Vinci why Kid Rock is doing this, and then we slowly break down that Kid Rock's right to shoot up beer cans also protects Kid Rock's right to have a weapon to kill himself with. He has the right. Yes, he has, with that weapon, being allowed to have that weapon, you have given whoever has that weapon the right to kill. Okay, I'm not saying it's legal. I'm not saying no. You've given him the right. Like, if you need to kill, you now have a weapon. You now have that right through the Second Amendment to kill if need be. That's the tricky part. But you have the right to kill. You have the right to suicide. You have the right to mass murder. They're not legal. They're all highly illegal. But the Second Amendment has given you that right. Because why else do we have these weapons? That's what we're using them for. We're using them for less than 1% for self-defense. The other, like 80% is like between suicides and homicides. Like 90%, I think, between suicides and homicides. So, and the shit that cracks me up is people who shoot themselves on accident all the time. Cops too. Shit cracks me the fuck up. Dumbass. You can't even. You're so fucking stupid. You don't even know how to use your own weapon. That you shoot yourself with it. Dumb. I'm so tired of these stupid people. I'm so tired of stupid people. I can't do this shit much longer. I really can't. The suicide chat's probably more for me. Okay, give me something to do. But and help people out. That need it the most. I just want to reduce the homicide rate. I really want to reduce the suicide rate. It would be like the greatest life's purpose I could ever live would be to help just reduce the mass murderer rates. And how awesome would that be? So as long as we've got these Republicans and their Second Amendment and their right to bear nuclear weapons, we're fucked with these mass murders. Likely, I'm gonna, like kids nowadays in school, they're scared shitless. Books are dropping. They're all fucking PTSD'd out. I mean, this is some serious shit. And what's their solution? Oh, let's give weapons to teachers. They're definitely going to shoot themselves. 100%. I'm telling you right now, they're going to shoot themselves one of their students is going to shoot themselves. Yeah, let's put a gun in every fucking classroom. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. NRA would make billions. You just need, I'll tell you what you need, right? You need doors like they have in prison. That as soon as that fucking button's hit, that emergency button is hit, everything locks the fuck down. That's what you need. That's what you need. You need metal detectors. You need those waving fucking things. You need the sniffing dogs. These are the things that are going to stop mass shootings in schools. Giving teachers weapons. You know, I considered being a teacher. I was considered being a professor actually, but teacher, right? And the last thing I would want at any time, and like I don't want grenades there. I don't want rocket launchers there. I don't want little cans of sarin gas. Nothing made of plutonium. Absolutely no plutonium. And guns. I don't want a gun. I'm like, no, I don't want guns on this. No, get rid of these fucking guns. Fucking losers, dude. Come up with solutions that work. Give us fucking guns. Fuck you. Fuck you, Second Amendment. And fuck you, NRA. Well, I pissed the guy off in the NRA once bad. He was wearing this really expensive, beautiful lamb. You could tell it was lamb leather. Is it lamb? No, it might not have been lamb. It might have been what's a baby cow? They use special what are they called? Whatever a baby cow is. And most beautiful leather jacket I've ever seen. And this huge NRA and capital bold red, right? And he took the bait. And I came up like Forrest Gump. Hey man, what's up, NRA? Right on. What is that? The national redneck? What is that? No, dude, it's the NRA, National Rifle Association, man. That's the most beautiful jacket I've ever seen. What's that made of? He's like, whatever baby lamb is again. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know they killed babies that young for leather jackets, but they do. And about 5 minutes goes on me trying to be fucking Forrest Gump, and then I break into him. I go, dude, I'm sorry, but you're an evil man. It's an evil jacket. You represent an evil organization. You're a fucking retard for wearing that jacket. You have no idea how offensive it is. You have no idea how many people are going to die today or kill themselves today or go on shooting sprees today, all because of you motherfuckers at the NRA supporting that shit. You get off on it. You like seeing Americans kill other Americans. It's the only thing that makes any sense. There's no way that the Second Amendment is so popular as it is if we didn't have a truly bloodthirst in the United States, amongst our Republicans especially, that like seeing kids getting shot. They like that. NRA likes that. At no point have they said, "Whoa, guys, whoa, okay, everybody, let's go back in time. Let's re-look at the Second Amendment, how it was originally manifested, and let's in our minds recreate those events and see what we can do to understand." Is our Second Amendment a good thing still, or has it become one of the most horrific things to ever happen next to car crashes, which you can't help those either? Well, Tesla can. Tesla, right on. You can pass out in a Tesla and still keep driving. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. But I've never wanted a car more. I want the new Corvette and I want the Tesla because I can pass out my Tesla. But you got to make sure if you're going to pass out your Tesla, you got to have tinted windows because people driving by, they're going to get pissed off and call the police on your ass. So just make sure you got tinted windows. Take a fucking nap. As long as you want on that freeway, Tesla's got your back. But other cars, you can't avoid car accidents, and just like you can't avoid getting shot at Walmart. You're just probably gonna have it. Somebody's gonna get shot at Walmart. And the Second Amendment. So the NRA should be like, the school shooting should be like each time the NRA should have like when a plane crashes, you got like 100 different agencies, all federal, state, incredible agencies, right? They go and determine these plane crashes and try to find every single last bit of evidence they could possibly find. And then in these huge hangars, they try to recreate everything. That's what should happen after every school shooting. The NRA should be like it is our responsibility as a National Rifle Association, not just to get you your guns. That's nice, and we can do that. But more so, we're here for the true Second Amendment purpose of these weapons, of being allowed to use weapons. So we're, as the NRA, they should be up in arms. So I didn't mean that pun, up in arms. They should lose their fucking mind every single time there's a mass shooting or multi, homicide on the run, fucking psycho killer on the loose because of some weapon that he borrowed from Kid Rock. And the NRA should be leading the how to combat all these situations, but no, they ignore it. They ignore all of it. They want nothing to do with it. They take no responsibility, and no matter what, the NRA has been getting its ass kicked for a while now. Just to be honest, their population is nowhere near what it used to be. They had a lot of internal problems. I think they still kind of have a couple problems, but they're nowhere near as what they once were. But they're still really strong, and they still have great influence. And so Suicide Chat AI will allow all those gun owners hopefully a moment of peace, just somewhere to go just for a second before they use their Second Amendment to kill themselves or to kill someone else or to go into their school and shoot everyone they can. So I'm trying to combat the Second Amendment through suicidechat.ai. That's about it for right now. Thank you for your time. I can't believe this has been posting this entire time. 1 hour and 22 minutes. End stream.